What up, my friends? Welcome to the MTG band survivors group meeting. How you doing tonight? Hold on, I gotta take this watch off and pop it over here. There we go. That's good. Okay, so now that that's done, let's go ahead and share the link in the Discord like we do at the beginning of all the live streams so people know what's going down, and we shall proceed from there. Okay. Oh, it's starting to rain. I'm down with that. The world is all abuzz. The magical world is all abuzz with talks of the bannings. Obviously, it's been what everything's centered around for the last 24 hours or so. You know. All right, so let's do our hellos. What up, Eng, Teferi, Seth, Jess, Corner, Balder, Otto, Yamagoro, Shelton, Jimmy, Quick, Prepper, David, Kensuke, Rito, Zircon. Where else? What else? Who do we got in here? Derp, Gianna, Fally, Gossett, Ski, Habanero, Millmaster, James, Huffer, Demon, Jojo, Some, Juglum, Raise, Hard Hit, Fisher, Thrive, Executioner. What's up? The freaks come out at night. We all come trundle bussing out in the eventime because it's cooler then, right? It's cooler. Gianna, that's a very random mention. Barbed Sexton. You want that band. Have they ever even reprinted that card? Let me draw from the deep reserves of my magical memories as to what that was. One cast artifact from Ice Age. One and sack it to get a mana of any color and then draw a card during your next upkeep, I think. Pretty sure. Now I gotta look it up. Okay. One mana, sack it, add a mana of any color to your mana pool, draw a card at the beginning of the next turn. But it's upkeep. Yeah, alright. Yeah, boy. It's a slow trip. I know what's up. I nailed it. I got them skills. Speaking of skills, Bull Falcon got the skill of using my Amazon link and not being a dink. Well done, buddy. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Shelton, you're doing all right. Had one of the tops of the glass cases at your LGS break today. Someone leaned on it too hard, I guess. Well, they must be. Well, I guess I shouldn't say must be. But I assume they're a gigantic galump. There's this one dude that I know. Well, I guess it's not even just one dude. But when they come into the store, you can feel the floor start to buckle. And they walk in and they rest their weight on the display case. So all I've ever done was accidentally, when I was a kid, spill my Coke on top of the display case, which was mortifying, by the way. That was a mortifying situation. Mitchell, you've been waiting all day for this. Well, the time has arrived. Nagel rhymes with bagel. What's up, buddy? Habanero. Oh, I know that reference. You're referencing Smashing Pumpkins. Jimmy Faye says, in recognition of the ban announcement, 486. When I read that, I just think of computers. I just think of the old 486, the Pentiums. Where's my marker? Got to put you up as Lord of the Board. Lost Caverns Mana Crypt plummeting feels bad. Yep. I mean, having any of your cards get rocked on the secondary market, like, it's a situation where you're okay, I can't use this. I can't play with this anymore. But what can I salvage from this situation? Way less money. Way less money is the answer. All right? That is the sad reality. Like, when it comes to people who bought hundreds of copies of these cards, it's like, that's your luck. What are you going to do? When it comes to people who saved up their money, I don't make that much money. I saved up my money to buy one of these expensive cards so that I could enjoy playing Commander with my friends. Them getting hosed, especially on the Jeweled Lotus, I get why they feel bad, and I would not make fun of them for that shit. Well, I mean, I might joke around, but not... It's not like I don't have sympathy for it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Waffle, the rules committee was a mistake? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Commander didn't, like, Wizards didn't pay any attention to Commander before, and having a rules committee gave it some kind of cohesion. You need rules. You need rules. I'm not a fan of the whole Rule Zero concept and people just going, I know these are the rules, but this is how I play. I just go, okay, but we're going to play snakes and ladders. And guess what? I get to move up snakes. And ladders, I get to go double. It's like, what? That's just how I play it. Don't like it. I just change, you know? So having one unified set of rules, I think is very important. You know? Dominic's Dominic Super Chat says, can I get the email of the Cocoa Butter Boys asking for a friend that needs someone beaten? Dominic, not only are you Lord of the Board, but I got something to show you. You have made the role of Mega Glory Buddy. You did it. And you did it while defeating the scuzzbag Adam Daly. So you should feel extra proud. Also, just so you know, it is a wheel night tonight, so you're almost robbing yourself here. All right. So, what I'm talking about, buddy, is the roll of glory. You made it. You're on the butt end, where I know you like to be, right? Or just on the tip, where you like to be. You made it, buddy. You're on the Mega Glory roll, and you did it while defeating Adam Daly. So, 5 wins as Lord of the Board has gotten you there. It took a while, but you pulled it off. Some Rule Zero mana burn is back on the menu. Get burnt, yo. Get burnt. August scapegoats? The rules committee in some way do function like scapegoats, right? It's a reality of Wizards of the Coast is like, hey, we can just let these guys do this stuff, and then we don't really have to manage it. We don't have to spend any time on it, and if people are angry about it, they can blame the rules committee. I mean, Wizards of the Coast, you know they have the whole Sol Ring will never be banned thing. It's ingrained in whatever says to me that Wizards of the Coast was like, if you ban Sol Ring, we'll just take away your ability to govern the format. It's like, you're not allowed to make every single commander deck we have for sale illegal. That's what banning Sol Ring would have done. Every single every single commander deck on the shelf that are for sale right now would all become instantly illegal for commander, right? You think Wizards of the Coast is going to stand for that? Nah. There would be a difference if the rules committee was on the payroll, Millmaster. The difference would be that Wizards of the Coast would have to spend more money. And let's be very real. If Wizards took over Commander, they wouldn't have a Commander committee. They would have one person who would be their Commander expert. And then when the Commander expert would point out that there were problems with cards, Wizards would ignore their Commander expert. The same way that they ignored their, like, legacy expert over grief, right? Like, so... There would be virtually no difference overall if they were to bring it in house. Aside from they're not going to pay for like 4 people, bro. That ain't going to happen. That's right, Cosmo. Every pre-con would be illegal. Stack, you don't own any of the cards, but the timing of it was totally coordinated with sales goals on the chase cards. I mean, it screams that that's what was going on, right? Are you kidding me? It's like, oh, hey, look, Jeweled Lotus and Mana Crypt happened to be used as big chase cards. And what were those sets that they included with the mystery box that they just sold? Lost Caverns of Ixalan. Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, and Commander Masters. Funny how that works, right? So... yeah, anybody who doesn't think that Wizards of the Coast is totally like, you can't do this until we throw all this crap out the door, right? The rules committee has only as much power as Wizards lets them have because they literally own Commander. Like, they own the trademark and everything. And people can say whatever they want about, well, if Wizards took over and the rules committee was still there, I would listen to the rules committee. Well, fewer and fewer people would over time. What would happen is Wizards would set up an official, here's the Commander format, here's the Commander rules, here's all the Commander stuff on our website, which is where nobody in their right mind is going to go, so Wizards is in charge of Modern, Standard, Pioneer, Legacy, Vintage, but not Commander? Even though they make Commander products for every deck? Like, do you know what I mean? So I made a video years ago that triggered somebody pretty hard today, actually. Just randomly, they watched the video and they're like, shut up, fuck you! Where I said that Wizards of the Coast, like, the Commander Rules Committee, their days are numbered. I don't know exactly how numbered, but it's only a matter of time before Wizards goes, we're taking control, right? I mean, they just lost one of their big plums. One of their big, fat, juicy plums that they can dangle in front of Commander players. Hey, don't you want a Jeweled Lotus? Apparently, some of the artist proofs for Jeweled Lotus were going for thousands of dollars. Like, thousands of dollars. August, you're never going to find mana crypts for, like, Tree Fitty, especially considering that just because something isn't usable in Commander doesn't mean it's not usable in other formats. Jeweled Lotus is the exception because it literally says to cast your Commander, right? So that is what it is. It's just a reality of you can't use that in anything unless you just want zero cast artifacts you can sack. Which is, I mean, that'll get outmoded by any number of things going forwards too, right? Hellman, you think that it's embarrassing for the rule commanders committee Discord to curate the discussion? I'm going to go ahead and disagree with you there. Considering how awful people can be online, like there seemed all civility gets tossed out the window and people are like, I'm totally okay with wishing death on somebody over whatever cards. And they can be like, well, I'm just meaning it as a joke or whatever. But people go so big and over the top, right, with this stuff that I totally get it. I totally get it. I'm not going to turn around and go, they should just be letting people say whatever they want when I absolutely remove people from the conversation and just go, no, you're not capable of communicating in an even halfway reasonable like method, so forget it. Just goodbye. I don't think that anybody has to just deal with the unfiltered bullshit of people because people don't fucking give a shit anymore in terms of like they would never act this way in person, but you put them online and all of a sudden they're going for the biggest air imaginable and they seem to lose their capacity for reason. Now, that's not everybody, but there are some people who need to be removed that way. Absolutely. Like 100%. 100%. So, yeah. I mean, I'm 100% for anybody deciding to get rid of, you know what, I don't want you here because of the way you're behaving. I'm fine with that. You know? At the end of the day, if you're an organization and you're shutting everybody out of the conversation, then you're not going to even understand what they want. So that's not a good way to do things. But just going, everybody vomit your unfiltered garbage here? No, I don't go for that. I don't go for that. Sylvian, just want respect and civil discussion. I don't even care if it's a little bit uncivil. Do you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to be polite and hug friendly. You can be angry. You can be frustrated. But the way that you explain your frustration, the way you express that frustration and anger needs to be done in a reasonable way. That's where I come in for. And I absolutely believe, like when people go, hey, some of the members of the committee are getting threats from people. I believe it. I believe it because I've had people try and come at me over Magic stuff. And I'm not nearly as fucking high profile as people who are in charge of Commander, right? So I very much understand that it's a genuine reality. I don't just go, yeah, right, I've seen how people act. It blows my mind. Before I started doing YouTube, I would have waved it away because I wouldn't have been able to fathom just how ridiculous people can be. But after years and years and years and years of people coming at me, I see it, man. I see it. It doesn't really affect me because I'm just like, whatever. It's all internet people going crazy, whatever. But everybody's different. And there are other people who've straight up been like, yo, I'm quitting YouTube. I'm quitting YouTube because of the way people carry on and act, all of it. And I can't fault them. It's like, if you don't want the stress, like YouTube doesn't pay the big bucks in advertising money. So you're doing something out of passion. And then you got to deal with a bunch of knob jockeys. It's like, get fucked, son. Get fucked all week, bro. Right? Fuck all the way off. Pound sand. So yeah. Azelius, do I think Nicol Bolas will ever come back in the story? Absolutely. Absolutely. Wizards of the Coast, especially nowadays, takes every villain they ever make and tucks them away into a hidey hole to use them again. And Nicol Bolas is high profile. So they will bring him back, but I do have to, full disclosure, I do have to tell you that most likely it will be incredibly unsatisfying when they do, because their stories tend to not have much in the way of stakes. The writing isn't nearly as good as it used to be. Nicol Bolas's height of amazingness, the last place that we're really going to see him pulling amazing stuff probably is Amonkhet. Now, I'd love to be wrong about this, right? Like, what Nicol Bolas did on Amonkhet was so amazing that you could have established a brand new villain in the Magic world and given them credibility just by having them have that Amonkhet setup, because that was amazing. Subverting Amonkhet's gods to his own purposes, reworking Amonkhet's religious festivals into essentially a soldier generation machine where you take the best of the best and then enhance them with the crazy lapis armor and stuff that lets them retain their minds and abilities, but they're like a fully obedient undead slave. That's amazing. Hey, Sylvian! Silver Super Chat says, I appreciate you. Well, thank you. You are the new Lord of the Board, and we're doing the wheel tonight, so you get a spin. Jess, you're a knob jockey, but you like me, so you're nice. Well, there's people like... Here's how I know that people are completely ridiculous. I will go to places like... I'll pop over to like another live stream, and somebody will be like, oh, the Magic Store, and hello, it's nice to see you. And I'm like, I remember your name. You literally left like a comment on my video saying I'm a complete fucking idiot and I don't know what I'm talking about and all this other shit. Like, to the level where I'm like, what is this? Pick a lane, bro. Pick a lane. You hated me. You hated me in the comment you left on my channel. And now you're like, oh, I'm so happy to see you. And it's like, you don't even know you're already banned on my channel, bro. You have no idea. You probably never will know. It's so, people are ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Now, Sylvian, let's go for a spin. So I hate people being dickheads so much that if I saw other people, or when I see other people being complete assholes to other people in my chat, or not chat specifically, like the comment section, I just ban them. You know what I mean? Like, if somebody comes along and starts shit-talking somebody who posted first, you're a loser for saying first, and this is cringe, and you're pathetic. And I'm like, well, the person who said first gets a heart, and you get banned. Because actually what's pathetic is how you're acting. This is just somebody who's excited to see a big, empty fucking comment section, which you rarely see on a channel that gets views. It's like seeing a parking lot that's just fresh fallen snow, and they just want to run into it. And guess what? Lots of people have that instinct. So to turn around and be a jag-off about it, hit the road. Just get lost. I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in it, you know? So you already, yeah, I definitely have troll watchers, 100%. People who are like, I don't watch these videos, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why do you click on them? Because I want to tell everyone you suck. Like, I literally asked them, and it's just like, click, click, gone. Like, okay. And at one point, I did an amnesty. I was like, okay, I was too trigger happy for, okay, minus $double. I can tell this while we're scratching a lottery ticket. That's what this one is, as soon as I find them. So I did an amnesty because before I was way more hair trigger with banning people. So there's some people that I like, or it's just a mute. It's just a mute, right? So I muted people for low level stuff by my current standards, where it's just like, you know what, I probably didn't need to ban some of these people. And so I went back, amnesty. I'm going to go ahead and unmute. It's muting. It's not banning. They can still watch the videos and stuff. They can still leave comments. I just don't have to see them, right? So I'm going to unmute everybody. So I did. And then I went and looked. And all of a sudden, a whole bunch of comments were there that weren't there before from people that I had muted years ago, telling me to go fuck myself and I don't know anything and all this shit. And I'm like, this blows my mind. If I don't like a channel, I'm just like, I'm not going to watch it, bro. I won't watch it. It's crazy. They just keep coming and screaming into the void and they have no fucking idea. Pause, why would I ban you? You're nothing but positive, man. All right, Sylvian, bring that luck. We're doing Jaws. So we're going to look for the numbers here or an anchor. Now, bear in mind, hold on, let's make sure the camera's focused up. Bear in mind that sometimes I screw up and I do not see the actual numbers. So I'll say a ticket's a loser when it's actually a winner. So you guys can be my extra eyes. All right? There we go. That should do it. Okay. Hey, Thompson Wells. Might as well go for a spin, too. Now you're making me think of that song. Might as well go for a soda. Hope you had a good day. I was teaching some today. Well, thanks, buddy. Thanks, my man. I have had a good day, and I'm glad to hear you have as well. All right, let's get to some scratching. So our lucky numbers are 47, 1, because this is the 1, 4, 7. Oh, if we had one more 7, we'd have a 777. Okay, so 47, 1, 4, 7, and 23. Let's go. We got 24, 8, 13, 17, 37, 30, 10, 34, 19, 39, 42, 3, 11, 32, 20, 43, 16, 41, 40, 46, not looking too good here, 44, 31, 12, 21, and 49. So now our last chance is the triple sharks. All right. Oh, come on, man. You're not even going to give me 2 in a row to give me hope? That's cheesers. Is that because some people scratch it backwards? There's got to be a reason they do that. Oh, well, unfortunately, that is... Gotta get this jank out of here. That is a loser. We did not win. We did not win. Quick Skills. Super Chat says, just burned all my bank cards. All right. All right. Fair enough. Well, I mean, they're still worth something, right? All right, Thompson. Can't forget your spin. Let's go. Do I think the One Ring will eventually get banned? Yeah, once they've sold through all the Lord of the Rings stuff, the One Ring is super powerful, right? So the only situation that I could ever see where they just wouldn't ban it is if somehow everybody starts to believe that the One Ring is as important as Force of Will is. You know what I mean? It's about sending a message quick. Well, fair enough, buddy. You have sent your message. What? And you know what? I burned a shit ton of vehicles when Kaladesh came out. So I know about protesting by fire, bro. Okay, Duskmourn. We're going to do Duskmourn. House of Horrors. Nope. House of Horrors. All right, there's the Duskmourn pack. Heavy Metal Super Chat says, one day I'll get my Super Chat milestone. You will indeed, buddy. And at this rate, it'll be like, congratulations on your billionth Super Chat. Let's see if you end up with an insult when we get to the wheel spin. I'm just going to update the board real quick before we crack this pack. I should have updated it for you, Thompson. My bad. You Price is Righted Sylveon, and I've stolen your glory. So 1 second. 1 second to put the universe in order. To give you the glory that you were supposed to have. There you go, buddy. All right? There you go. And now I'm gonna update it. I'm gonna update it to Heavy Metal. You can hear my authoritative markering. Okay, back to the boostin'. Let's go. We're going into the House of Horror with a very young-looking Simone compared to this old-looking Simone. Yo, Chess, the math behind the market losses to me just feels like the same math that the movie companies use when they say, here's all the money we've lost from piracy. And it's just like, okay, cool. You made up your own variables on a bunch of assumptions. It doesn't actually reflect real money and what would have happened, but sure. If everybody could magically liquidate every card they had for the full value instantaneously, maybe it'd be a number like that. It's a fun exercise in imagination, that's for sure. So, let's see what we got in Duskmourn. You want to know what they're going to print next? Oh, they're going to print Julier Lotus, and it's going to cost 1 to put out, and it's going to be like sacrifice to get 4 mana to cast your commander. Alright, we got Primo the Indivisible. What a weird name. But I guess it's because he's based on prime numbers. And because they had slush art kicking around from Strixhaven that they still needed to foist on us. So, hence the Simone action. So we got a foil gremlin tamer. What up? She's peeking through the hole. She wants to tame your gremlin. She wants to tame your murky sewer. Oh! Leyline of the Void. She wants to tame your void hole. Betrayer's Bargain. Oh, what a fitting name. What a fitting name for the bands. Patchwork Beastie. Osseous Stick Twister. This thing hosed me in the pre-release. I had a game I thought in the bag, and then this little donk boy started taking life from my opponent, boosting him up, and I'm like, oh no! Ethereal Armor, but this one's Chunk Boy Edition. And then we got the commons. Clammy Prowler was actually alright for me in the pre-release. Having 2 of these guys out at the same time was legit. And look at this. This doesn't fit at all into the set. But they're like, it's the Dragon Arc. So you have to have Kaido running from Dragonfire. This definitely isn't art. This isn't artwork from the Kamigawa that actually has dragons or anything. We definitely made this for Duskmourn. And it's a story spotlight even, because it's an important part in the story where Kaido looks up at the sky and sees an imaginary dragon that sets him on imaginary fire. And then he sees 10 imaginary dragons setting an imaginary town on fire. And nothing comes of it. And it feels jarring and pointless, and it's in the story. So, yeah, story spotlight. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. All right. Let's go heavy metal. Let's see what it's going to be, buddy. What? I do actually wonder if going forwards, Wizards won't make cards that specifically say your commander on them anymore out of a fear of them getting banned. Oh, it's the Marvel Double Down. Whet your appetites for the upcoming Marvel set. I hope you guys like Marvel cards. Do you like them Marvel cards? Because that's what we're going to look at. Some marvelous stuff. All right. The curse remains broken. Indeed. Indeed. All right. Let me pop out these grocery store Marvel cards. When's Marvel? Marvel's next year, but also next month. Next month, they're going to have a grand reveal, and it's almost guaranteed to be the secret layer stuff that we saw that was stolen by that one guy, right? All right, so we got She-Hulk, Namor, who seems lame. Is Namor, like, not just a lame character? Somebody who knows more about comic books, because I don't know. Korg, who's 1 letter away from being a dog. When's the next Magic set? Otto, you refuse to believe they won't release anything until next year. The next Magic set's in 7 weeks, bro. The next Magic set's in like 7 weeks. We got the Hulk. Namor the lame submariner. What are my thoughts on the upcoming Final Fantasy Magic set? Well, I like Final Fantasy, so, I mean, at this point, I've accepted Magic's going to go all over the place with their IPs. There's no turning back the clock on that. So, obviously, I'm going to be happier when it's properties that I like. I absolutely love Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy IV. Those games are amazing. Final Fantasy VII, also dope. I enjoyed Final Fantasy VIII. Final Fantasy IX was a return to the fantasy stylings, which made me like that one more. I played Final Fantasy X with the Blitzball and stuff. It was all right, you know. Final Fantasy X2, Final Fantasy 12 is where I dropped out of the series because it was like, it was a really lame game overall. It was uninspired. The characters weren't terribly interesting, and they all felt super interchangeable. And it just like, I liked the gambit system for the combat stuff, but that was it. That was it. I think that I have all of these cards. I'm pretty sure I do. Let's take a quick look. All right. So looking in the book, we've got Namor. Yup. I already know we got the Patriot. So who's next numerically? Ant-Man. Okay. Ant-Man. Got him. Who else do we got? We got Thor and the Hulk are the next two up. Check it in a book. Check it out. They have a how to make a Hulk meal. How to make a Hulk omelet or something. This meal requires adults. Oh, okay, we do have the Hulk. Got the Hulk, got the Thor. All right. And that just leaves the Collector, which I know I have, and then Korg, which I most likely have as well. So these are all, yeah, got every single one of these guys. Got every single one of them. Heavy Metal, you've been checking out the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth cutscenes on YouTube. See, I like the idea of them bringing these games back, but selling it to you in 3 chunks and making you pay a full game's price, it's like, I'm not paying you 3 times the price of a AAA game for a game that I already played. Like, but we redid it, okay? Redo the price. Put them all together for one price, bro. You know? None of this 3 installment nonsense where you're trying to rob me from my nostalgia. I already got to deal with that from Wizards. Damn right, Thrifty, I'm talking trash about Final Fantasy 12. I sure am, because it's super, super underwhelming. I loved the Final Fantasy franchise up until 12, and then after 12, I never got another Final Fantasy game again. I was like, whatever. And when I want to go back and play Final Fantasy, it's 6 and 4 that call me, right? That's it. That's where I go. Stack, I doubt that the Commander Rules Committee made any real money off of these bannings. At most, they probably had a couple of cards themselves that they would sell. They say that they stick to a rule where once they start talking about banning a card, they won't sell them. I have no idea about their integrity levels. When it comes to insider trading style stuff with Magic, it's happening with actual Wizards of the Coast employees and then the people they inform. So high-level game stores get told about this, and then secret underground groups that map Magic boxes and trade in Magic information get the heads up. I know groups like that exist because it was through a group like that that I learned Pioneer was coming before Pioneer actually got announced, right? And there's all kinds of market movements you can point to and different moves that certain stores make and whatever, where it's just like, these guys have early information. They absolutely do. And this isn't the stock market, so there's nothing illegal about it. They can just do whatever, right? A card game company is saying you can't play with a few cards, and certain people make money off those moves, right? Or at least save themselves losses by unloading early. And then also knowing in advance what's coming means you can acquire other things in advance. But before Pioneer came out, there was a ton of market movement on cards that would specifically go into that format. So but yeah, I mean, they talked to Wizards for like a year about this ban. for a year about these bannings. And clearly, they're not just going to... They're never going to do what's best for Commander outright. They're going to do what's best for Wizards, ultimately, in most cases. Right? Mostly. And you can't argue against that, really. Look at the unset stuff. They made the unset legal for a month and just forced it in. Oh, you can just rule 0 it if you don't like it or whatever. And it's just like, look, man, you guys need to have a firm hand on the wheel. And just letting Wizards tell you to put in there for a month, it'll be fun. Yeah, it will be fun. That was my original thought. That didn't come from the corporation that stands to benefit from this and is totally telling us to do it because they want to include it in their marketing materials. They literally had inserts and stuff saying, you can play this in Commander. Like, straight up, right? So the ban didn't happen until Wizards had unloaded all the stuff that has Mana Crypts and Jeweled Lotuses, right? So it's no different than Wizards of the Coast ban philosophy, where they will not ban anything that they are currently printing or have recently printed unless it's absolutely 1000% necessary, which is why you saw the Nadu ban. But then when it came to the grief stuff, even though you have a legacy expert going, get rid of grief. And they're just like, no, we're putting it in Modern Horizons 3 as a bonus card, so we're not going to ban it. And it's like, it's really bad for the format, though. Yeah, listen, you're just our expert to tell us what's bad for the format so we can say we have an expert. Not so that we'll actually listen to you, right? Because fuck you, we want money. Who cares how badly the players get screwed? It's about our shareholders getting cash, yo. What up, Desolator? How you doing, buddy? Kokoshi, Blake is the PR manager. So he is obviously going to spew whatever corporate nonsense he needs to. There's literally people asking him about the Modern Horizon stuff, and just like, it's like, so why, well, like, what makes these decks premium and whatever? It's like, I never said there was premium decks. And it's like, it's heavily implied by the double price you put on all this stuff. They're not premium decks, and you shouldn't think of them that way. We just want you to pay a lot more money. It's like, what? So yeah. And I mean, let's be real as well. It doesn't feel like Blake likes his job as the PR manager for Wizards of the Coast. It's not his dream job. Like, every time I see him doing anything, he's just got like, he's looking at Magic cards, he's opening packs, he's like, so guys, hold on, let me simulate this properly. So guys, we're really excited about the set that we have coming out, and there's a lot of stuff you guys are really gonna like. We put a lot of work into it, and we're real proud of it. Oh, I put this card in the wrong pile. You guys see that? You see that one stream where he brought on 2 unprepared employees, and then he had them talk about different worlds, and he'd be like, all right, I don't remember the names, but he's like, all right, Jamie, tell us about what's going on Ravnica. Actually, it's more like this. All right, Jamie, tell us about what's going on in Ravnica. All right, well, we've actually done this and this and this and this and this. Okay, Ben, tell us what's going on Tarkir. Well, the dragons are up to blah, blah, blah. And then Blake's like, okay. Like, that's it. That's all. It's like, you're the fucking PR manager, bro. You're the PR manager. It's like he's at a fucking dance recital for somebody else's kid, right? Like, that was so good. That was so good. It's actually, that's more effort than he puts in. Seems like he hates his job. It seems like he hates his job. Nah, this ain't the same level of middle finger as Magic 30. Magic 30, see, this Commander stuff, some people hate the banning. Some people love it. Magic 30 was universally hated because that is the most disrespectful and ignorant thing that Wizards has ever done. 100%. That's why they embarrassingly, after 2 days, had to go, product's not available anymore. They didn't say it was sold out because they legally couldn't. So they just had to go, It's not available for sale anymore. They stopped trying to sell it because the entire community had banded together to piss in their mouths over it. And that's what they deserved, because it's the greediest shit they've ever done. Let's print cards to really poor quality standards. Let's go, haha, fuck you reserve list people, but you can't do anything because we made them gold backed, and it's just for collecting. It's not for people to play with, it's just for collecting. By the way, we upped the incidence of dual lands and sol rings, the exact things that Commander players want most, so they show up more often than other things. Oh, but you said it was for collecting. Shut up! Shut up! No, it is. We're the smartest. You're going to pay us for this. We got to break the reserve list, right? Which is awesome. And we get to overcharge you, which is awesome. And we didn't improve the card quality, which is awesome, right? Hey, we got extra to chase the dual lands, Chungus. Chase it, idiot. Pay $250 US a pack for this poorly printed garbage. Proxies are printed at better quality. It's crazy. It's crazy. Nathan says there's still not enough color in the stream. Go hit like and turn on membership gifting, you lousy bunch of fine luxury cardboard owners. Looks like he might be dumping some memberships. So if you want a membership, make sure you got the option turned on, son. And if you don't have it turned on and you don't know how, then wait until you see the little green member circle and click on that, and then you can turn it on. Because I have no idea how else you turn it on. Desolator, go for it. Try and do a coup. You're like, I make the rules for Commander. I'm the Commander now. Although, to be fair, it will blow up in your fucking face 100%, because you make that as a joke, but people may have forgotten already. Commander Quarters created the Captain format when the Universe Beyond stuff came out. He's like, here's the Captain format, and it's everything but Universes Beyond. And it took about a day and a half before he realized he had opened up a new dimension to dumb fuckery and a bunch of nonsense he was going to have to deal with. And he backpedaled so fast that the bike set on fire, bro. And I don't blame him, because he got really heated about what was going on, and he made a knee-jerk decision that didn't lead anywhere, right? Oh, Nathan dropping 20 memberships. Like I said, if you want to have a gifted membership, make sure you got it turned on. You can do that by clicking the gifted membership thing up at the top of the chat, all right? Nathan, thanks for making it rain memberships, buddy. Appreciate it. Let me just go ahead and put you up here as the member lord, so that we can member for all time that you did it. Oh, the camera's getting blurry. Come on now. Come on now. Jack of Flame says, insert membership here. You already have one. You already have one. Hey, Bo Falcon gifting a membership. He was trying to do it. I bet you he was trying to do it before Nathan to set things up. Now, speaking of setting things up, thanks for doing that, Bo. Let me fix the focus on this camera. There we go. You got to be able to see my amazingness. My gorgeous, handsome, lordly face. All right. So, yeah, Bovagan, thanks for the membership. Heavy Metal! Super Chat says, instead of buying Magic products, we can Super Chat Perp and buy proxies or other products. That is definitely an option that I wouldn't complain about. Now, let's spin the wheel. Nathan, you're taking off. You gotta head out and earn some of that money. Go get it, boy. Get that cheddar. Oh, the curse is back on. Heavy Metal, you have gotten an insult. You fucking foot licker. And you don't even have good taste in feet. Not that I know what really quantifies as good taste for feet, because feet fetish is a very weird thing. But either way, you got it, and you like sucking on unwashed hobo feet, bro. I know that when it gets late at night and you're feeling really down about yourself, you go and find 3 or 4 different homeless guys to rough you up. Smack me in the face to make me feel alive, and then see how many of your fucking toes you can all jam in my mouth, and I'll guess how long it's been since you last washed your feet. Heavy metal, more like super foot freak. You disgust me as a human being. But hey, thanks for helping the homeless have a place to stay for the night, because you make them all sleep on top of you after they're done sucking on your after you're done sucking on their feet. Break stop, toes or toes? How do toes look good? Toes are weird, bro. Toes are like malformed fingers, and I've never looked at fingers and been like, oh yeah, those are hot. Like, what? What? Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Clayton, you think that heavy metal can only get 6 toes in his mouth? Bro. I guarantee you, he can get like 4 different dudes' feet in his mouth, right? He's working up the nerve. He's working up the nerve to go to amputees. Can you put your leg stump in my mouth? Stump my holes. I want you to stick that stump up my ass, because I want to know what it feels like to be a mannequin. All right, I want to see if I can clench hard enough to pull the watch off your stump. That's what heavy metal does. All right. Thus concludes the insult that you have won, heavy metal. Oh, Town's making it rhyme, making it rhyme. Stump in the rump. There you go. There you go. Emergency survival tips. This is a highbrow channel. You're correct. You are correct. JD Hammond Super Chat says, what would Blake say about the card quality being so crappy that 90% of proxies are better quality than the last 5 years of Magic? I imagine that he would ignore the question, right? I imagine that he would absolutely ignore the question. If forced to answer it, he would probably just mumble some nonsense about, oh, we do our best to try and source the best quality materials and whatever, but there's no accounting for humidity in different areas, and mistakes do happen, and, we catch a lot of them, but we can't catch them all, so if you have any problems, contact customer service. Oh, wait, sorry. If you have any problems, contact customer service. We're always happy to fix the very few problems that ever happen. Like, I don't know how to being that low energy makes me feel like I'm going to pass out. All right, here we go. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, JD Hammond, you have won an insult. The JD stands for jerkin' dicks, which is what he likes to do. Put my ham on your D is what he says, and by ham he means ham cheeks. JD likes to put on a blindfold and play pin the tail on the donkey, where he's the donkey and the tail is your dick. He's the one who wants to be blindfolded because he doesn't want to know the exact moment that he's going to get pinned. Jerk Dong Hammond. Oh, all right. Listen, man. Listen, you're a hipster fucking douchebag, and you suck at everything except sucking butt, which you're really good at, I've heard. Right? Those homeless guys who put their feet in Heavy Metal's mouth told me that you're real good at sucking butt, bro. I'm getting really hung up on the JD part of it, because I'm fucking jaded. It's short for jaded, but not the kind of jaded where you're disillusioned. The kind of jaded where the only way that you can be excited is to have jade shards jammed into your ball bag. So you're a cutter, but only with jade and only your sack. This is the only way I can release stress, but the reality is you deserve to be stressed out because you're a fucking garbage person. Yeah, that'll do it. That's good. That's good. Heavy Metal, you fucking dumb bastard. He just spun insult. He just spun insult. So why the fuck would I be complimenting his dick, you fucking clownish goon? Huh? Huh? That don't make no sense. Some of the special guest treatments are going up. Magic markets move in mysterious ways. I mean, except when there's bannings. Then they move in very predictable ways. Then they move. Woo, down we go. Down we go. Like JD on Unwashed Dick Night. It's a new nickname every time. That's how we do it. That's how we do it. Man, I got an itchy ear. It probably means I got a brain tumor. That's going to be it, too. I'm going to come out one day and be like, it turns out I have a giant brain tumor. And then they're going to remove it. And then I'm going to look back at all the stuff that I've done. And I'll be like, what? What? I said people sucked unwashed hobo feet and stuff? That's so mean. I would never say that to anybody. That's so unkind. And then I'll just become the magic kind historian. Hi, friends. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're full of forgiveness for wizards because, by golly, they try real hard. You know? They're just doing their best, and all they want to do is deliver a good game to you. There's definitely not like an attempt to just get as much money from you as possible with as little effort as possible. Those folks are trying real hard, and they deserve every break we can give them. Gosh, am I right? Yeah, Briggs Up Christian Summer Camp Counselor Hatcher. Yo, we're here to learn about Jesus and being good people. All right? JD, you got some MREs for me on the floor. Why are they on the floor, you son of a bitch? If you have gifts for me, they should be placed on a shelf with a sign that says, this is the tribute to the holiest man on the planet. All right? And you should draw little smiley faces on it. And every day when you walk by, you should kiss the paper and say, all hail the perp, all hail Hatcher. He is life and glory. He is my son. I wish I could tongue his belly button. But you can't. Because I'm not interested in changing my belly button's biome with different bacteria. What the hell is wrong with my brain, man? Where does this shit come from? It's the tumors and the demons, bro. Heavy Metal says, all right, let's kill the trend. Here's another 10 I ain't giving wizards. You're giving it to this wizard. Let's go for a spin, big boy. Hop, 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 hop. Whee! You ugly turkey fucker. Welcome back to the curse where you belong, bro. God hates you so fucking much that he wanted to build your hopes up and make you think that you had freed insult territory. But ultimately, he knew that your hopes would be dashed like they should be. You trying to escape the insults is a Sisyphean level task. Heavy emphasis on the fucking sissy part, you little bitch. You know what, bro? I heard you suck at hopscotch. Oh, get wrecked! Get wrecked! You didn't even know how to throw a taw! You probably don't even know what a taw is, you fucking clown. Anyways, I deserve Kool-Aid now. I'm going to get Kool-Aid! Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatcher goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link! Don't be a bitch! You gotta scratch that itch! Bookmark that Amazon link! I got fucking bills to pay, y'all! Use my Amazon link! This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink! Use my Amazon link! When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. Bookmark that Amazon link. I got fucking bills to pay, y'all. Use my Amazon link. This is gonna take some work. Don't be a dink. Use my Amazon link. When Hatchet goes for a drink, bookmark that Amazon link. Don't be a bitch. You gotta scratch that itch. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Get some nice stretching going on. Taylor, this is the first live stream you've been to. You're over here trying to figure out if the spinner is rigged and weighted and an inside joke you don't know about. Nope. It's not rigged in any way, although some nights it spins the same thing over and over to the point where it feels like it's rigged to me too. But it is entirely random, so it is what it is. I wish it was rigged. I wish that this was like a sophisticated wheel that I could literally control the results of, because that would be hilarious. But heavy metal Luck's based on the spiritual realm. Luck's random. Lady Luck is random. Don't worry, buddy. Don't worry. Everybody knows the insults are pure glory and a badge of honor. And you've gotten a ton of them. Farky, all right, thanks for the heads up, buddy. That's right, Taylor. Then I would feel like wizards with all the power to manipulate things. Correct. Correct. Delicious sugar water. They put too much dye in this shit, though. That's for sure. Oh. So in a couple days, guys, I'm going to the big face-to-face event that's going on in Toronto. I'll be there. I'll be there this weekend. I will be there this weekend. Oh, and speaking of being there, something is being here. Something exciting has shown up in the mail today, and I was waiting until tonight to open it up. But this is something I've been waiting for, and I'm excited about. So let's crack into it, shall we? Use my little botana. Zircon, you forgot? Well, I didn't. I remembered the exact day. Heavy Metal says it has a battery. It's a vibrating butt plug. And every time you guys super chat $50, it will violate my hole. I'm becoming a full-on e-girl. E-girl. Bum, 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 bum. Wireless Pro microphones for me and Carly to use when we are recording our movie review videos, because we're doing this enough. We're actually going to have a channel set up specifically for movie reviews. We made the decision. That's what's going to happen going forwards. So now we have the wireless action, so we won't have to deal with the mic being off to the side, creating stupid sound issues. It says, this is worth it. Enjoy. Zircon. Hell yeah, buddy. Thanks. You're the man. You're the man. This is amazing. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this stuff in action. I guess hearing it in action more than seeing it in action, you know? But yeah, that's awesome. Because sound quality is a big deal, you know? It's actually, sound quality is a bigger deal than video quality. All right, let's put this over here where it'll be safe. That's a sweet score. Zircon, you're the man, buddy. I'm looking forward to testing out the gear. I'm looking forward to testing it out, seeing how it works, figuring out all the kinks, whatever it takes to get that working. Also, I'm looking forward to taking my GoPro with me when I go to the big Magic event this weekend too, because I haven't gotten to use it in any real capacity. For the longest time, I didn't even have the right kind of SD card for it because I was using the one from my previous GoPro, and that one caused the GoPro to only record in 8-minute chunks, and then there would just be random gaps. So you just have a chunk of video, chunk of video, chunk of video, chunk of video, and that's not going to be the case this time around. Yeah, Magoro, I don't know about anybody who's adhering to not using proxies in Commander, right? People have no issue, really, it seems like, in most cases. Heavy Metal, payday is Friday. Well, there's not going to be a wheel stream this Friday. There will not be. There may not be live streams, actually, for a couple of nights. It depends. It depends on whether my phone service is actually up to the task. So this is going to be a test run to see if I can live stream, like, up in Toronto off of my phone. The phone's definitely good enough to, but whether the internet connection and service will be good enough up there where I am, that's what remains to be seen. So if we do get to do streaming from up there, obviously I'm not taking the wheel with me up there. So that's part of the reason I actually decided to bust the wheel out tonight, is because I was like, oh yeah, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone this weekend. So we'll see how it plays out. Proxies being shunned at the LGS, it feels like the days of that are diminishing, honestly. Like, as Wizards pushed more and more into the casual Commander stuff, more and more people started using proxies. That's what I'm seeing. Crusader, it's not the phone I'm worried about. It's the strength of my internet connection, 100%. The phone is absolutely good enough. I know, I use this phone to stream. I literally do the breakfast streams off of this phone. This phone is really, like, I specifically choose my cell phones based on their capabilities for streaming and taking pictures and stuff because of all this. I have different considerations than I used to. And the biggest consideration is, how good will it be for streaming? Those are the considerations I took with the previous two phones, and I've made good choices each time. Well, let's not lie. I made good choices 2 phones ago. The last phone I got was a poor choice that broke on me, and I hate curved screens on phones. Don't get curved screen phones. It's like a novelty that does not improve the device at all. At all. Jack, for me, I don't care how many cards people proxy. I don't care. Oh, all the game pieces that you're playing with aren't real? Like, I think when I was a kid and we would just draw our own Blood Bowl board on the floor and just play with whatever we had kicking around. You know? I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. I don't feel like people need to go out and buy Magic cards if they just want to, like, get proxies and play with those. Who cares? Wizards of the Coast doesn't care about the card quality. They don't care about us as customers. Once upon a time, I would never have used a proxy. I was anti-proxy for me. I would let other people use them, but I had zero interest in proxies. None. I wanted authentic Magic cards all the time. All the time. And then Wizards just went, hey, Magic 30. And that was the final nail. They had been doing so many different things that had driven me crazy. Exceptionally poor card quality. Ever increasing prices. Less play testing. Less balancing. All of it. And then it's just, hey, it's your problem. Deal with it. And you contact them about cards that are come out of the package, beat up around the edges with roller lines, and they go, we consider that normal printing. We won't replace it. Like, what? What? This is garbage. And it's like, everything we make is garbage. So if a knockoff is going to be higher quality and cheaper, why wouldn't you go that route? You know? Like, I still want real Magic cards. I like getting secret layers. I still like having real Magic cards. But proxies are 100% welcome as well now. When before it was, I am a purist. I want only genuine Magic cards. But after seeing the quality of proxies, everything Wizards has done, I'm just like, I wanted to collect a foil set of the Brothers War. They made the cards so piss poor quality that I couldn't do it in good conscience. They ruined my ability to collect the Brothers War foils because every pack that I opened, the foils were banged up along the edges to the point where if I put them in a display binder to look at, I would see the damage on every card and it would make me feel like a chump loser. That's on them. That's on them. So yeah. I'm 100% fine with proxies. As long as it's not an actual sanctioned tournament, knock yourself out. Go to town, bro. Who cares? Who cares? Wizards having a rule saying you can't use proxies in sanctioned tournaments, I'm fine by that. Have the real article to play in the real genuine tournaments. Okay. Other than that, knock yourself out, bro. Anytime I get a proxy that's too good, I take a marker and write fake on the back of it because I don't want good looking like, oh, this looks like the real deal. I don't want somebody else to one day end up with these things somehow and think it's a real card, right? So I have a foil Ragavan that looks exactly like a genuine foil Ragavan. I showed it to other people and they had no idea that it was fake. And I just like, as soon as I got those, flipped them over. Fake, 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 fake on every single one. You can tell from the back of every single proxy that I own that it's a proxy. Either it has a completely different card back or it has fake written on it in huge, like, permanent marker. Because I am not cool with people getting hosed with fake cards. That part is not acceptable to me. Zombie, you made a decision that if you open a card with that's worth $50 or more, you just sell it off immediately and then just buy yourself more singles or boxes. There's one way to protect yourself from feeling the gut punch of when a card that is really valuable gets taken out of the equation, right? Yeah, Millmaster, exactly. Seeing foils that are cheaper than non-foils because people don't want the foils because they're cloudy, they're scratched up, they're banged along the edges, they curve. Like, it shouldn't be at the point where a random, like, I don't know how well you can see the foiling on this, but this is a foil from a knockoff Chinese game called Goddess Story, and the booster boxes are like $20-$30 a box. And the foil is, it's better than Wizards of the Coast's quality. And the only reason that they have such piss poor quality is because they choose to. They could print at a higher quality, but they're not willing to because they're like, no, we can just sell this crap to our customer base. They can eat it. They can just deal with it. So anybody who goes, yeah, I'm going to go proxy. When I go to the face-to-face event, my whole cube is going to be proxies. I'm not bringing any of my actual genuine Magic cards to play with in my cube. What happens if somebody accidentally damages? What if some of the shit gets lost? What if somebody hot fingers my shit and takes off with it, right? Any of those situations, they're just fucking proxies. And the other fun thing about proxies is a bunch of them have me on them now. So in my cube, there's a bunch of cards that feature me as the creature or whatever. And I quite enjoy that. Yeah, proxies are different than counterfeits. Counterfeits, as far as I'm concerned, are proxies that are completely indiscernible from Magic, real Magic cards. If you can't tell the difference and you need a super expert to tell the difference, that's a counterfeit, right? So I have been sent like cards at that level. Proxy, like I call them proxies because I wrote fake on the back, but I wrote fake on the back because they look like the real deal to a very disconcerting level. I'm like, wow, you do an amazing job of making fake Magic cards. Like, these are really good. They would fool most people. Abe says they could just buy proxies and pack them for resale and sell a better product. Yeah, but Wizards of the Coast spends $0.25 to make their booster packs. And it would probably cost them 30 cents a pack. 30 cents a pack to not have piss poor quality, right? But that represents a 20% increase in production costs. And they'd rather fuck us all day than do that, right? Because it's, at the end of the day, it's all about the current quarter. It's all about getting as much money as humanly possible in the current quarter. And that's it. That's it. They don't care. It's all about right now. The future doesn't exist. Burn the future for now. And so yeah, anybody who goes proxies, I absolutely get it. Like this event with these bannings is going to push more people to actual proxies as well. Like if you have a fake Jeweled Lotus, I wonder actually if I do in my proxy bag now that I think about it. Where is my proxy bag? Ah, here it is. I keep I keep my proxies in a bagged lunch bag, right? So, you know what? Hold on. I'll switch this for a second. So when I was talking about some of the proxies that I have, like, in my cube that are me, you know, I got stuff like that, right? So those are fun. And then, I mean, it's a great way to get fucking big, expensive cards that you normally would cost you crazy amounts of money. I have a real Hellfire, which is cool. Anyways, we're looking for any of the band stuff. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. I forget what's in here when I'm not, when I haven't looked at it in a while. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? I've got a real Ring of Maroof too. Oh, there it is. Mana Crypt. Oh, and check it out as well. These are Magic 30 proxies. I have the actual Magic 30 cards. I have genuine Magic 30 cards. And these proxies are straight up better quality. Straight up better quality. Like, how pathetic is that? How pathetic is that? Says when your dealer walks up with the crinkly paper bag, you know you're getting the good shit. That's funny. All right. Do I have... Is there a Jeweled Lotus in here? The only reason there might be one in here is because I was sent some random booster packs of proxies. I would never have ordered a Jeweled Lotus myself. So I don't have a Jeweled Lotus, but I do have a fake Mana Crypt. Do they have actual holograms on the bottom of them? No. No, but I was sent... I have somewhere... They might actually be here on my... Oh, they are right. They're right here. They're right here. If you really want to up the authenticity level, you can literally get the foil holo stamps too. So, you know, if you want to, I haven't applied them to anything, but let's make a genuine banned Mana Crypt. How? Man, this is hard to peel off, bro. Oh, I go the other direction and it comes off no problem. Okay, hold on. Oh, good Lord, my old man eyes trying to see what direction. Okay, there we go. Oh, fuck. You know what? I feel like this is something you do with tweezers because, oh, shit, I'm going to bend it. I just bent it like Beckham, bro. I'm going to do a poor job of affixing this. Yeah, I did a poor job of affixing this. But let's be real. You could see cards that have a slightly off-centered thing like this. It could actually happen. Right? So yeah, there you go. There you go. What do people do with banned cards? A bunch of them race to sell them off. A bunch of people race to sell them off. So yeah. I mean, the back of the, just so you know, it says proxy right on the back. So there's no chance this is going to be mistaken for a real Magic card. So yeah, back in the bag o' proxies, which is that's what I wrote on it. Bag o' proxies. It's even off-center, just like a real Magic card. That's the thing. Magic cards are such poor quality now that they've made it way easier for the counterfeiters. One of the dead giveaways of the proxies and stuff like that is how much better quality they are than current printings of Magic cards. It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild when you look at it and go, this feels better than the product that the Wizards is offering. This is wild. This is wild. So yeah, that's stuff that was sent to me by a proxy company like, I don't know, 6 months, a year ago. I've got a video over on my Hatcher channel where I open up the proxy packs and talk about them, and I imagine they'll probably contact me again. But I got a bunch of proxies from them as part of the deal of reviewing the stuff. They were like, we'll make you a bunch of proxies. So I got a bunch of custom proxies made for my cube. Heavy Metal Super Chat says, there's no way I'd get a third insult. Are we going for the Triforce? Let's see if we get the Triforce. Heavy Metal going for it. Oh, you escaped the horror of the insults in exchange for the horror of Duskmourn. All right. Whoop. So, I guess, hold on. I'm going to take a booster pack out of this Duskmourn bundle, so we'll take a look at what the bundle's like while we're at it. Why not? I do like the fact that the little ripcord that they put on there is the moths, right? That little bit of theming. I like those little details. They add to the overall enjoyability. Oh, does it not have anything written under there? Like, nope. I was expecting there to be a phrase written under there, same like they do with the pre-release kits. Kakoshi says, rip the people grading these cards that got banned. I didn't even think about that. That's true. There's going to be people who literally are like, yo, I've got my Jeweled Lotus off to get graded. And by the time they get it back, it's like, and it is not usable in anything. Okay, so we've got the insert, which shows a TV. And on the other side, the Edison twins, the Unsettling twins. It shows, I mean, this is a much bigger blown up part of their artwork. So you can see that together they mold into that giant horror shadow in the background, which is pretty funky. And then we've got the Cure box where Robert Smith is playing on a, I don't know, some sort of a 3DS. He's on a 3DS. And in terms of what's inside, we've got some inserts. This moment in the story that we never got in the written story, and I have no idea what's supposed to be actually going on. This moment that we never got in the written story, but looks absolutely amazing, where Valgavoth throws 1 million minions at our heroes, but instead you have a situation where Valgavoth just knocks the Wanderer down with his wing. And that's it. And you're just like, what? Yeah, that's pretty much all he does. And then he gets stabbed. Oh, how? Proft figured out how to make his own fake Omen Pass that just let you stab him in the back. And it's like, okay then. All right, and then we've got, the dice is pretty funky. Check out this die. The big fat chunk boy, oversized. This purple gray swirl. That's pretty funky. Oh, OBS is giving me issues. That's weird. It's saying that it is disconnected, but it looks like the stream is still flowing normally. Is it flowing properly for you guys? Let me know on the other end. Can you hear me, or is the House of Horror disconnected me? Technological errors! My ass is gonna get ghost busted! Alright, well, while I wait to hear back on that, let's pull out a booster pack here. Now with 9 play boosters. Did they increase the amount of play boosters? Was it 8 in the last one? Am I tripping out? They changed that at one point. Was that when they changed to set boosters? Good lord. Okay, it looks like we're still good and you guys can see me. Alright, cool. Alright, cool. So yeah, there's like... It's crazy because I know I talk about Magic all the time. I cover Magic news, but... There's just so many changes that happen and so much craziness going on that I feel like it's impossible to keep track and keep everything straight. All right, so let's see what we got. And you know what? Let's open up these little packs too and see what we got in here. So we've got a foil Grievous Wound. I like Grievous Wound. It's got that like real wow factor where it's like, wait a minute, they can't gain life, and whenever they take damage, they lose half their life. That feels awesome, right? And then we've got, oh sweet, yeah, these full art lands. These things are great looking. Got foil, full art lands, and then regular foil lands. The full arts are the exciting ones to me. The regular ones are okay, but ultimately not nearly as interesting. And then I think the other pack is just non-foil ones, unless they've changed things up, because they're always shifting it around. Looks like it's the same deal. You get the full arts, and then you get the regulars. Used to get more lands in these. Okay, let's see here. Move this stuff over here. Now that this bundle's open, I can actually grab these packs of the set that I opened earlier and put them in there too. I do like that there are bundles with each set. They're great when you just get like a handful of packs to keep all of the stuff from one set in, you know? I used to get way more. I used to get way more Magic, and now I get far less Magic. So the bundles have actually worked out quite well to hold it all. All right, so what do we got in this pack? Oh, these are North American packs, so it's going to be commons at the front. Okay, well, let's just grab the commons off of here. Whoop. Stop spinning. It's gonna spoil what's coming. Okay, so we got Unwanted Remake, Infernal Phantom, Growing Dread. This one again, green and a blue flash. When it enters manifest red, whenever you turn a permanent face up, put a +1/+1 on it. Okay. All right, some drafty stuff. Duskmourn's Domination. This is like the worst creature stealing enchantment ever printed. I don't think they've ever made one worse than this, bro. And then we got Come Back Wrong, which is a funky card. 3 mana, destroy a creature, and if the creature goes into the graveyard from this, you return it to the battlefield under your control and sacrifice at the beginning of your next end step. So if it's got come into play abilities or you can give it haste, then you can get some advantage off of that. Otherwise, it's just straight up creature destruction. We got a Lakeside Shack. Oh, and a foil chainsaw. And then an art card for this douchebag, which is Oblivious Bookworm. Where's the book? Is there a book in this artwork? Wait, where's the book? What am I missing? I see a light glinting in front of him. Did I miss the memo? This guy is a bookworm with no book? Weird. This whole set it feels very confused, you know? Bloomburrow was more cohesive. This set is more all over the place. But the bundle box has been opened, which means I get to put all the stuff from my pre-release kits in here as well, which is great. There's one, and there's the other. Chess, you're frustrated enough that you don't even want to open your 2024 festival in a box. You're just going to sell it off. Well, it's understandable. If you're not happy with the way things are going with the game and whatever, you know, it makes sense. If you're not going to enjoy yourself opening the stuff, then why would you want to? Magic is expensive. And if you're not enjoying it, what's the point? Like, there's so many different things that you can enjoy in life and spend your time and money on. Things that are making you unhappy are to be avoided unless they're a necessity in your existence, right? You know? Like, if it's something you need to do, like go to work and whatever else, yeah. But if it's like your hobby time and whatever, like that festival in a box cost you hundreds of dollars. And now you just don't want anything to do with it. Like, I remember how angry I felt after Magic 30, and that ruined a lot of Magic for me in a bunch of different ways. So I didn't even really get to enjoy the release of the Brothers War the way I would have if they hadn't have tried to fuck us so hard, you know? Billable, you'll watch my stuff, but you're legit not buying anymore. You're not the first person to say that, dude. You're not the first person to say it. Oh, it's just because you're too busy. Well, I mean, that's a reason not to. There's a bunch of people who are... just... They've reached their point where they're like, I'm done. And that's understandable. That's understandable. Dow, there's no book? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You see it. You see it. So yeah, our hobbies are meant to be diversions from the unhappy aspects of our lives or a way to enrich ourselves through joy in our free time. They're not meant to be something that brings you down, you know? And I totally understand people quitting Magic because I remember when I stated I was quitting Magic like 5 years ago or whatever, and I made a really big deal of it on here. And I made other content for like a month and a half while I was like, I'm getting rid of all my Magic stuff. But when I went through my cards, because I was going to go through my cards to sell them, I kept finding stuff I wanted to put in my cube. So I had some serious cognitive dissonance where I'm like, man, I fucking hate what Wizards is doing. And I'm like, but I still enjoy Magic and the cards and want to play it. So I don't have to quit this game to make a statement to Wizards because they'll never see it. They'll never know it. Yeah, if enough people do it, whatever, but who cares? Because I want to actually fucking play and enjoy Magic. So that's what I'm going to do. And that's after thinking about it, I realized there's no reason you can't think, yo, I love playing Magic and I enjoy having Magic cards. And I hate the company that makes the game. They're worthless, greedy pricks who just seem to do everything in their power to try and give us the fucking worst deals possible. Take as much from us while giving as little in return, right? You can have those feelings. They can both coexist if playing the game still brings you happiness. And playing Magic makes me fucking happy. I play Arena every day, right? I got a cube. I enjoy new Magic cards. I don't like that they did Universes Beyond stuff. I don't like that they're bringing Marvel to Magic, but even though I don't like that they're doing that, I enjoyed looking at the new Marvel Magic cards to scope out what their abilities were and try and gauge how much they actually match the abilities of the characters and stuff. So it's a weird position to find yourself in where it's just like, I don't like the flavor direction you're taking the game, but my enjoyment of overall taking a look at what a card's supposed to be and seeing how all of the pieces tie together, that still remains. Wanting to actually play with the cards, that still remains. So why fight it? How many things in life make you happy? How many enjoyments do you have? I'm not going to fucking stop enjoying it to send a message to wizards. If I stop enjoying Magic, then I won't care. It won't be about sending a message to wizards because I won't even fucking think of them. The opposite of love ain't hate, son. The opposite of love is 100% indifference. Like I'm completely indifferent to the fate of the Final Fantasy franchise. Once I stopped getting them after Final Fantasy 12, I could not care less what games they made or what happens to them or any of it. I don't care. And if I ever hit that point with Magic, then I'll just walk off and be like, bro, it was a good ride. I had a good time, made a lot of friends. I've had a ton of different experiences in my life because of my involvement with Magic. I've made a lot of different friends. I had a lot of different connections in unexpected ways. And playing Magic is fucking awesome because it's an ever-shifting puzzle that you may or may not be able to solve, right? Like, at the end of the day, Magic is still fun to play. And that's always going to be my key indicator. Am I having fun? What parts of it aren't fun for me? Why aren't they fun? And is there a way to change it so that I don't care or it doesn't matter or whatever, right? So I'm not happy with what they're doing with the story of Magic overall, but I'm still very much enjoying the gameplay. I don't sit there going, I can only enjoy these cards if the story works properly, because that's not true. But I can enjoy everything more if it all ties together properly, you know? Heavy metal, the opposite of love is doubt? No, because you can doubt someone you love at the same time. The opposite of love is indifference. People say the opposite of love is hate, but hate is like an equally strong emotion as love, depending on the intensity of it. And hate indicates you still care, right? Love and hate are both that you care. You just care in different ways. But indifference is you don't care. So, just not caring at all. Not caring in the slightest is the opposite of love, bro. That's when you've lost somebody. If they hate you, you can theoretically bring them back around. The things that people are unhappy about, depending on what they are, can be corrected. And there can be a reconciliation. But once you hit the complete indifference phase, it's like, it doesn't matter what you say or what you do. I don't care. I feel nothing. I have an absence of feeling. I don't give a fuck. And I felt that way about so many different things. And it's never impacted my life, really. It's like, whatever. I had my time with it. How long are you supposed to be a part of anything? The answer is, as long as it's enjoyable for you and as long as you want to be. That's it. No more than that. No more than that. Don't get confused and think because you put a certain amount of time or money into Magic that you have to stick with it and tough it out or anything else like that, because that's not the case. You play it because you fucking enjoy it. It brings you joy in this world where there are lots of things that can drag you down and make your life feel harder. Magic has been an enjoyable part of my life for decades now, through all kinds of different transitions, right? So, I mean, I never even knew this stage was going to be part of my whole Magic experience, where it's like you're going to go from the guy who plays in Magic tournaments to the guy who runs Magic tournaments to the guy who runs his mouth about Magic on his own fucking online show. And you're going to do it for years and years, and you're going to have a ton of people who enjoy it and come and hang out with you and talk about Magic and share your enjoyment with things, but also share your disappointment in other things, you know? Heavy metal, that's a line in the new Crow movie. I heard the new No Crow movie is awful, and lines like the opposite of love is doubt is indicative of terrible fucking writing. And I've heard that movie is genuinely awful. I don't think that Wizards of the Coast is counting on people's parents to buy Magic Ape, because their market research says their customer base is on average like fucking 30 years old, right? So they don't, like, Wizards of the Coast doesn't have a big customer base of little kids. Little kids are asking their parents to buy them Pokemon cards, bro, not Magic cards, right? Magic's getting more gimmicky, trying to reach as many different audiences as they can, and possibly trying to head towards the younger demographics as well, because Hasbro traditionally has sold children's toys for full-on kids, and that shit's all falling apart. So they have an aging customer base that is, yeah, they have money now, but they're also, some of the older ones are getting to the dying off portion, right? So Pokemon also isn't like mega greedy like Wizards is, where they're trying to mine all the secondary market value. And also like Pokemon's like, hey, here, did you just buy a pack of cards? Here's a pack, here's a code for a digital pack on our digital game. Any booster pack you get, you can get a pack online for free. Wizards will not do that. They ran a test pilot project with that and quickly went, no, don't do that. Don't give the people who spent a bunch of money on our overpriced paper free digital packs on Arena. Fuck them, they gotta pay. They had such an arrogant attitude about Arena that the lead programmer that they brought in picked up on their arrogance and embodied it himself when he's like, well, of course this game will be more expensive than other games. It's Magic the Gathering. And it's like, are you fucking high on crack right now? Why would you say that? Why would you fucking say that? It's insane. It's like, well, Wizards is used to being able to rip people off with paper Magic, so of course you're going to have to pay more for this, because fuck you. Wizards brought their arrogance of, we're like king shit in the card game world into the digital world, and they fell flat on their face. They were like, oh, we're going to be a big esport, and then they gave up like little bitches because it's too fucking hard, and they have to compete with competent companies. And when you take Magic the Gathering as a digital game and you compare it to other video games, it gets its fucking teeth knocked in, bro. 100%. It's lazy, buggy shit in comparison, right? Like, and this is from somebody who likes playing Arena, bro. It's got nothing going on. It's got nothing going on compared to like other digital games. They were just like, we're going to draw in all kinds of new people and we're going to do all this. And it's like, are you now? Are you? Good luck with that. Sussy, thanks for saying I'm the best Magic YouTuber. I'm glad you feel that way. Thumbs up, buddy. Live streams are totally different. Yeah, they're the language. I would say the language is the biggest difference, you know? That to me. And that's just because of the way things went. I used to talk like this in all my videos. Some of my earliest videos talk about Wizards trying to sell gift boxes and shit, talks about them trying to put their knuckles in your fucking grandma's ass. Like, that's what the product's trying to do. And then YouTube got really picky with what you could say in videos. And we're like, yo, we're going to cut your viewership by like 90%. And I said, whoa, no, I don't need to fucking talk about fingering grandma's ass that bad. Calm it the fuck down. And they're like kicking people out of the YouTube partner program. So I had the Night of Fire, where like hundreds and hundreds of videos and live streams all got iced out because it was, oh, that's funny, the Night of Fire, and they got iced. Anyways, got rid of all that stuff. And then, so that my videos wouldn't get hammered, I just stopped swearing in my videos. And by the time YouTube eased up, because I could totally talk like this in videos now and it wouldn't be a problem, but by the time they eased up, I felt like it had been a few years. And people have kids, and they tell me, I like watching your videos with my kids. And I remember people telling me before, when they watch my videos, it's like, yo, you're dropping F-bombs and shit. I can't watch this with my kids. So I felt like, because I had been doing it for that long, it would be like a dick move to swear in my videos. So if you saw that one recently where I went, fucking goddamn it at the beginning of the video, that was me fucking up. I did not leave that in on purpose. I try and make my videos for all audiences. They're not made for kids, but you can watch them around your kids without having to worry about me talking about getting rammed in the ass and stuff like that, right? But the live streams have always stayed the same. The vestigial tale, they've always been like this. And that's for me, right? There's people who don't like it. A bunch of people over the years have tried to convince me not to do it. Like, I don't like it, all this stuff. And I'm just like, I'm just going to do it anyways because it's what I like. So, you know? Heavy metal, yeah, bro. You got kicked in the dick pretty hard. You got multiple boxes of Commander Legends trying to get a Jeweled Lotus. Didn't get it. And then you finally got one like a week ago. That is some bad feels. That is some bad feels. Oliver says, I came here because I needed to hear swears after bans. I got your fucking back. Being able to speak freely is a nice feeling. Well, let's be very clear. When I don't swear, it's not like I feel like I can't say what I want. In my videos, I'm still able to express everything I want to. So not swearing isn't me getting, like, I don't feel like I don't get to do what I want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm communicating in a way that anybody can hear and won't cause any problems. So it's fine. You know what I mean? I'm not restricted in any subject or whatever else I want to talk about. I just use slightly different words, which does not make me feel like I'm losing out on anything at all. Anything at all. It's the only time I don't talk. Well, not the only time. I mean, if I'm around people's kids or out in public, depending on the scenarios, I'm not talking this way. But most of the time I am, if I'm around adults. Do I feel like there's freedom of speech in Canada? Well, I mean, in the most technical sense, the way that Americans have it, where freedom of speech equals the government won't come after you based on what you said. No. In Canada, we don't actually have freedom of speech. And there are certain things I could say that would get me yanked in front of a human rights tribunal. But I say whatever I want to say. So the good news is the shit that would get me yanked in front of whatever and whatever isn't shit that I would say anyways. So it's just kind of like whatevs. But it's also messed up. I think that the American way of the government's like, you can say what you want and we won't do anything to you is better, right? Now, I don't believe in the freedom of speech that a bunch of the internet people propose, where they go up and go, I should be able to say whatever I want to you and you shouldn't be able to mute me on your channel. It's like, no, man, if you're going to come here and be a dick, then yeah, I should be able to mute you. All right? Like, it's one step from, I should be able to come up and talk shit to your face and you still have to like me. It's like, no, I don't. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Heavy Metal says, I'm pretty good at invoking swears. Oh, now, good question. Will the wheel now give you an insult because you've claimed you're good at getting swearing invoked? Will it defy you by not insulting you? Let's find out. Oh, Jugatude. We're going to look for some fat titties. Whoop. All right. Oh, it's over here. All right. We're looking for jugs bigger than your head, yo. All right, we're starting out closer to the flatty side of things. Pretty disappointing. But whatever. We're looking for them big old jubblies, and there we are. Sweet lady, mamma jamma. These are the kind of fucking knockers you write to your grandmother about. Grandma, they were sweet and supple. It took my wrists 2 months to heal from trying to hold these motherfucking things up. Look at that. Look at them fat biggly digglies. Get out of here, Flatty. Oh, hey. I mean, she's not as big, but she's definitely in the Hello Friends category right there, right? Those are some nice, sweet, big ones. And then, oh, it's a whatever. Who cares? You ain't got nothing. All right. This is all that matters. These two right here. Get everyone else out of here. You don't even deserve to be on the same playmat together, or I should say mousepad together. There we go. 2 sets of, dude, it's a twosome of twosome, all right? I'm good with it. They also have the same kind of color scheme pretty much, right? Wait, does that bitch have a lizard tail? Is that a fucking lizard tail? Is that a lizard tail? This bitch has a lizard tail. What the fuck? No, I don't want a bottle of water from you, lizard tail. Use a winner. Use winner, big tit dinner. All right. All right. Jay, it started raining so hard you heard it with your headphones turned up. All right. Well, actually, yeah, the rain has been pretty intense. All right, let's put these sweet jugs over here with the other ones from the previous packs. She's a snake? Yes, she's a snake equals she doesn't get to touch my snake. Because last time I checked, I don't fuck snakes. The hurricane is coming, heavy metal. Well, it's going to rock you like that song. I keep taking these dividers. I don't even know what I'm going to use them for, but I do like the dividers with magic art on them. I end up throwing some of them away if I don't really care that much about the art, but I always pop them out at first. Dow, it knocked out power at work 3 hours ago and you haven't started up again. I used to love it when the power went out at work. I remember the one time I came into work and I was just like, oh, Jesus, I don't want to be here. And I put my head down on the desk, and just as I said, Jesus, I don't want to be here, and put my head down on the desk, the power went out in the building. And I was just like, my head whipped up. I'm like, there is a God! And then the lights immediately came on. And I'm like, it was the fucking devil! The devil did it! For a second there, I was a religious man. He answered my prayer! Thank you! Oh. Then there was another time where there was like a 3 or 4 day power outage at my work. And I lived like a block and a half away from work. But I guess I lived along this electrical line on the grid or whatever, where most of the city had power outage. But starting from my place onwards to the back, we had power. So you didn't have to come into work if you didn't have power. So I just didn't go to work for like 4 fucking days. It was awesome. It was awesome. A nice little unexpected vacation. I like that. I like that. Oh. Oh. All right, my friends. Thanks for coming and hanging out for the MTG Band Survivors group meeting. It's been cathartic for us all. Right? We've started the healing. So go on, have a good time. If you haven't watched the live streams over on the live stream archive, they're all up over there. That's where this one will end up as well. You'll be able to watch it in its entirety. And just so you know, when I live stream, when I'm in Toronto or whatever, it will be on the live stream channel most likely rather than here. So if you don't want to miss the streams, get in the Discord and subscribe to the Hatcher stream channel. Those are the ways to make sure that you don't miss the live streams. All right? Thanks for coming. Get the fuck out of here!